I was the only one out of all my friends that didn't make it into university. I didn't get accepted into university. Right? I didn't do as well in my A levels as I was hoping to do. I think I got a B, C, and D, and this was close to a decade ago now. And it was insane. I was the only one who didn't do it. I did feel disappointed. And for a while, I was thinking, well, what am I going to do next? Luckily enough, my girlfriend had received a little business card for a company called White Hat. Well, that was their name at the time. And they were an apprenticeship agency. I didn't know much about apprenticeships. I always thought that maybe I might try one, but university is what's pushed in schools. And I remember thinking on the day that I didn't get into my A levels and I didn't get into university and everyone else was celebrating, I remember thinking, well, what am I going to do now? On that same day, I went home and applied. And when I applied for the apprenticeship agency, within the next month, I was doing interviews for apprenticeships and we got our results in August. By the time November 4th, it was my first day at Salesforce. Right? If you haven't heard of them, they're a large tech company. And when it came to getting into this amazing company, right, it wasn't my education that necessarily got me the results or got me the job. It wasn't my grades. It wasn't my GCSEs. It wasn't my knowledge on marketing. What it actually came down to was everything I did outside of that. For me, that was my fitness and my health, right? I spoke a lot about my fitness and my health journey in my interviews. I spoke a lot about the struggles that I had faced when it came to fitness, health, being overweight, being the skinny kid, all that sort of things, being the overweight kid. I'd done it all. And I didn't realize it at the time. But compared to everyone else who I was competing with against for the role, I just had more energy. I just had more confidence. I just had something about me that I didn't even realize at the time. And obviously, I was nowhere near as confident as I am today. But compared to the other people who were my age, I was miles ahead. And that's what got me the job. And it's interesting because if you fast forward close to a decade later, it's the exact same thing that keeps me progressing. That's got me many promotions, right? And I see it with people all over the company and all over LinkedIn and the tech force, right? The corporate world is those that tend to exceed and do incredibly well are those that are the fittest, healthiest versions of themselves. They don't put anything above their health and their fitness. Nothing above it. That doesn't mean they are crazy and they're doing it 24/7, like what every single day for multiple hours and all that sorts of crazy stuff. Granted, some of us are. I used to do that, right? But that's not what's required. It's just taking it seriously. If people took their health and fitness as seriously as they took their jobs, they would be 3, 4 ladders, not even ladders, they'd be 3, 4 rungs up the ladder compared to where they are now. They'd be a director when they're only a manager. They'd have insane progress. They'd be making 2 to 5 times more money than they are right now, right? But they don't take it as seriously. Chances are, if you're watching this, you're not taking your health and fitness as seriously as you want. And you can do better, which is probably why you clicked this video. I'm here to let you know that it doesn't require anything crazy. It requires a bit of dedication and just a bit of self-belief, and then just do the actions. It's almost like being a robot in a way, right? You want to lose 8 kilos. Okay. Why do you want to lose 8 kilos? You want to improve your energy levels. You want to increase that confidence, right? You just want to feel better and you want to perform better. You want to be more productive. Brilliant. Now, all you do is you look forward, use your imagination and think, okay, already achieved that goal. What would the version of me who has done this already be doing? He'd already be at least going to the gym a couple times a week. He'd be eating clean wherever possible. Probably wouldn't have that donut in the office kitchen, right? Probably wouldn't have all that sugar. Probably would take some time to get better sleep instead of scrolling Netflix after a hard day's work. And all these little things will add up. And if you just do them now, the beautiful thing is the physical result will catch up. It's just the law. It's just law of the universe, right? It's incredible because this is the exact same process that happens when you get promoted. You don't get promoted until you've already been doing the work of the next level for a certain period of time, whether that be 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever that may be. So you already know it works. So therefore, why not just apply it to your health and fitness? You know, the hardest thing in the world is just consistency. Now, that being said, it's not the easiest thing in the world to know exactly what to do. I'm sure you're thinking, okay, I want to do it. I just don't know the exact steps I should be doing. Should I be counting calories? What workout should I be doing? Now, that's a fair question to ask, and it's totally fine that you don't have the answers. So this is where I come in. I have actually opened a few slots on my calendar. Check the description. And what I want to do is go through with you where you are now, where you want to get to, and my job is to help you put that plan in place to get from point A to point B. So you know actions to take and help guide you along the way. So like how manager helps you get the promotion. If this sounds at all interesting, go ahead, grab a slot. They don't last very long. And I hope you gain some value from this video.